Hello, this is Cara, and I've been moving around some plants and stuff, so I wanted to do another little plant tour. So I'm starting in the bedroom this time. At the top is the Sansevieria moonshine, or snake plant, that's been up there for a while. Hoya carnosa here just got moved into this pot. These are cuttings from a little Hoya krohniana. Yeah, seems German-ish, but I'm not sure how to pronounce it. These two have been here for a while, the goldfish plant and I think bird's nest snake plant. These are cuttings from mostly the Hoya carnosa that's just above them. I just brought a bunch of Hoya sunrise to Renovation Jungle, which is my local plant store. I still have two Hoya sunrise cuttings here that haven't really been growing, and I don't sell or trade plants until they have some new growth. Like these guys definitely have roots because they're staying alive, but they're not growing anything yet. So anyway, down here, peperomia jelly, another bird's nest snake plant with different colors. It's Hoya kentiana. It's finally starting to grow a bit more. I don't know. This is another peperomia. I still don't remember. This is a nerve plant. Oh, I don't remember what else it's called, but it's one. It's been on my list for a while. It's pretty common and cheap to find, but it's non-toxic for cats. And there's my cat grass, which is the plant that poses the most threat to any of the inhabitants of my apartment, because yeah, all of my plants are non-toxic for cats. Some of them can like produce latex that can be irritating to skin and things, but I am extremely allergic to grass. So I grow these all the time because especially Sally the tortie really likes it, and it's good for them to have fresh green things, but if I touch it, I will break out in hives, which is fun. Anyway, this is my cute little hedgehog. Peperomia frost is really coming into its own now and there. This is a peperomia shelf. We've got Raindrop, which I just cut to pieces. It had been a few years old plant, and I cut all the big stems, and I'm trying to propagate those leaves. And I'm just gonna see how this does because it was too big. Anyway, it's peperomia. Ooh, I don't remember. Emerald Ripple is the fancy name, and this is the bigger peperomia frost that I've had for a long time. Yeah, on the wall, cast iron plant. Yeah, and another peperomia, the string of turtles, which I like a lot. Okay, and then past the witchy corner to the cats who don't appreciate me talking. I'm sorry, ladies. Hi, sweetheart. Perpetually startled little Jillian. And the boss of the house, Sally, who is extremely sweet and has some intestinal issues that we've been working on. Anyway, this is my Hoya sunrise mother plant, that I just moved out here. It was on the living room shelf, but you can see that gorgeous sun stress, if you'll focus right, on the leaves turn red in that pattern when it gets just enough sun. Yeah, and that's different from sun stress in plants like Hoyas, and I'm not sure what all other plants, but it's different than like deciduous leaves that turn red and orange in the fall. Say hi to Olaf. Hi, Olaf. In that it's more like humans getting a tan. It's more like they build up that red to block some of the sun rays. So they're not in distress, but they are getting to the level of protecting themselves. Okay, and then this is mostly a Hoya shelf. This is the pubicalyx, which has had blooms the last time I videoed it. This is a relatively new one. It's a lipstick plant. It's called Black Pagoda, the variety, because of these very cool color on the underside. Yeah, not perfect video. Okay, this is the Hoya Lisa. Okay, Hoya Lisa, who's one of my favorites and one I've had for a really long time. It was just like 4 or 6 leaves, 2 or 3 nodes when I got it, and it goes all the way up and around right now. And it's just been kind of really slowly thinking about putting leaves out over here. And then I just noticed a week or so ago that it was growing 2 new vines. So this one is already reaching up long enough that I've tied it up, and it's got another little one working on coming out. So I'm very proud of her. This is catnip that I just thinned out, took out of the dead leaves and cut 3 of the biggest stems to try and dry. And I cut every week or 2, I cut off a stem to give to the cats. This is the mother plant of my hoya, krohniana, which see is such pretty tiny leaves. They're really gorgeous. So, and she's starting, I took those cuttings, let's see, took those cuttings, and now you can see she's starting to send out some new little vines at a few of the nodes towards the end here. So that's very exciting. She's doing well. They like this southern window. Let's see. There's Jeffrey the spider plant hanging out, doing his thing. I took off most of his babies, and I don't know if he's going to make any more. But let's see. And then here we have this kind of classic snake plant. This is purple waffle plant. And then here is the scene of carnage where I am. These are the raindrop peperomia leaves I cut maybe about a week ago. And a few of them are, a few of the leaves I've had to toss. Let's see, I'm trying to see. It's hard to tell. I have them in moss. So there's some that look like they might be starting to grow roots, but it's really hard to tell if it's just moss stuck on the end, and if they are starting to grow fragile little roots, I don't want to yank them around. So anyway, so these guys are all, some of them were yellowing or the ends were looking dead. Yeah. Anyway, so peperomias are cool because they can grow new plants from basically any part. Like hoyas need nodes, which is the spot on the stem that the leaves are growing from. So this has these 2 little like pseudo roots that are ready to grow into roots if this node gets planted somewhere. But peperomia, like, they'll grow roots wherever they're cut, essentially. Yeah, can't tell. This one might, yeah. Anyway, so they'll grow, these all could grow, if they're happy here, roots from the end of these stems. They could grow, I mean, you could cut a leaf in half and it can grow roots and new leaves, which is just very cool. And yeah, we're hoping these guys will make it. Anywho, okay. And then kind of the main reason I decided to make this video is because I started chopping up this Hoya krohniana because it's too big, or it's big. It's been in my bedroom south-facing window, and I don't know if I want it at all anymore. I love it. I'm very happy that she's been this happy, but she's so happy that she keeps blooming, which is very cool, but I don't like the way the blooms smell. Ooh, I did want to look at this though. You can see, so this thing that Hoyas bloom off of is called a peduncle, and then when they drop their blooms, they can grow more out of the same peduncle. So you can see they're kind of rows here, where it's been probably 1, 2, 3, 4. So this I think is at least the 5th set of blooms on this peduncle. Let's see if we can spot one. Yeah, you can spot this is growing. These are the new, growing buds, and you can see this peduncle has already bloomed a bunch of times. So that's very cool. But anyway, so a while ago, I think this happened because I overwatered it maybe, and these some of the roots rotted, so some of this kind of gave up. They flooded or couldn't support this and kind of killed off part of their leaves just to survive. And then also being in the south window was a little too much for some of them. They're a little too close, so they got burned. Oop, try to keep that. So it's kind of, it's hard, maybe hard to distinguish colors, but this is an unhealthy yellowish for this Hoya, and these spots in the middle are burned. So anyway, so I'm gonna cut it up and see how many plants I can get out of it. I'm doing 3 node cuttings. You need at least 1, and you know, more I think for Hoyas is generally like easier to grow a new plant from because they're pretty good at growing roots. So anyway, I'm gonna try that. Let's see, I'm gonna just kind of gonna rudely cut one of these. Maybe you won't see it very well there, but I'll bring it over. So I want to show you your thing. So Hoyas, I think all species of Hoyas are the ones that produce latex. You can see this white bubbling out of the cut end there. So that has latex, which can irritate, it makes my hand a little itchy. And that's one of the main danger, I guess, like threat to the cats is if they eat it, it would probably irritate their mouths, and it could be, irritate their stomachs to the point where we might need to go to the vet. I don't think so. They'd probably just give themselves a bad day, bad few hours. But anyway, that's what I'm doing for the next hour or so. And I'm going to make myself sit at my computer. But I just wanted to show you my plants again and all the things in progress. So we'll say farewell to Hoya krohniana in her current state and see what she's doing next time around. Okay, bye.